Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of uranium. Looks like things are rocket launch higher. We're going to take a look at it. I'll give you my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. You guys probably know what happened if you've been looking at the charts here. Massive move higher. I think something with the commodities ban on Putin. We don't really care. This was going to happen anyway. It's just going to amplify the move. So whether it happens now or a little bit later doesn't really matter to me, but it does look really good. Let's dive in. Let's look at the charts. This is the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, SPUT, as people like to call it. We went into this corner here. Whenever you squeeze up, you're going to get big moves. And what do we got? But big move coming. And the train is basically leaving the station. If you're not on board, well, you should already be on board. If you've been on the channel, we've been on board for uranium for a while, all the way back in the early, I started the channel August 2020, and I really started making posts on it later that year of 2020. This looks fantastic, guys. Nice big close. If I go to the daily candlesticks, this thing looks ridiculous. It popped higher, just boom. And it just kind of moving sideways at the end of the day there. So it does look very strong from a daily perspective. URNM also looking like it's got some room to run. It's strong, guys. Big move today, 6.6%. Finished quite strong. A little bit of a dip at the end of the day there. You can see it at the end of the day dip. I like when it runs all the way up. Big volume stepping in and buying this all in one shot. Looks like they know how to position. Looks like they know that this crisis could, crisis war, however you want to call it, could have a big impact on uranium. Bannerman throwing in a massive bullish engulfing of a 13% day. What does that exactly mean? And I'm going to show you on the 5-day chart. What it means is you basically, we came on up, we broke this trend line, and then we were moving sideways in a new trend line. And that broke the pattern broke, and then we broke it again to the upside. So the momentum is up. We've broken the downtrend. It means that we are in an uptrend. That is what it means. And it should be, in my opinion, purchased because we've got bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish, bullish, bullish engulfing of everything. What does that mean? It means more than likely that the big arrow that I've got on there, right there, this big one, is probably right. Goviax, moving on higher. We got, what I see here is a consolidation pattern that broke to the upside. It's going to probably run. We've also broken, let's back out a little bit. We've also broken this downtrend line. Boom. Boom is where it's going. Boom, boom. Higher. So little Govy is going to grow up. It's going to become a big Govy. It's happening right now. Little prices will turn into big prices. We're at the beginning of this move. Looks really good. Global Atomic, we're still up in, where the air is crisp, up in cloud 9 maybe. And we're just sitting up there. The cheetah is resting. It will come, guys. The cheetah is here. It's in Global Atomic's heart. It's going to run. Let it run. And it's coming, guys. It's coming. May the forces be with us. A little bit of an up day. It's coming. It looks really good. Lots of up days in through here, coming into resistance. The resistance won't be able to hold. It'll break. And then we'll all be parting, I guess. Pure Point putting in a bullish engulfing. I love the bullish engulfing, guys. Looks fantastic to move higher. On a 5-day, what a bullish engulfing is you come in, you get stuck at some resistance line. Here's your resistance, and there's your big old break through that resistance upward with a strong closing at the top. That is what a bullish engulfing looks like on a 5-minute candlestick. Okay? That's what it looks like. Looks good, is what I am saying. Deep yellow, going deep with deep yellow. Downtrend break. We know on the back test we should be buying the back test, or I should be buying the back test, not advice. This was a back test move. Then we're punting higher here, so that looks good. Paladin, it's ready to break out. All of the other ones are doing it. Well, Paladin's going to do it too. It'll break out here, and it'll be fun. Sky Harbor, like I said, getting above this line here, you get into some resistance. It's getting into some resistance. That's why a wick's up there. It'll break through it. Give it some time. Canalaska looking good. Moving on higher. A little wick at the top. Could have finished a little bit stronger. Next Gen Energy looking good. This could be a barrel type pattern of the Jesse Livermore. What happens is you get a barrel pattern where it goes up, comes back, goes up, comes back, and then this launches. I think we've got the barrel pattern on NXE. This one looks really good. Base load energy, it's also getting in the mix. 4.85, broken down trend, looks good to go higher. Fission 3.0, bullish engulfing. I like the bullish engulfings. Going higher. Fission, this is the OG, not the 3.0. The OG is really good. It looks like it's, going up higher. CCJ, nice strong finish, CCJ. We're up here again. So we making this kind of loop around and we're heading up. Notice all of the green candlesticks in my circle. Yeah, that's called bullish. Look at the volume. Volume's kicking up. What does that mean? It means more people are buying it. We're going to be getting more buyers in here. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Kazatomprom getting a little bit of selling pressure at that resistance. It'll break through it, I think. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. This could be one that gets hurt in this mix. PenMF, strong day. Nice strong finish. You know what that's going to be? A left to right. That looks really good. Left to right. Hard to see on that. Boss Energy moving on higher. It's getting up to its resistance line. It's going to encounter a little bit of resistance soon. Consolidated Uranium, Cure. Nice strong closing. Looks really good. Big picture view, if you look at this, this is a double booty bottom. We are about halfway on the double booty. This is going to break. It'll break all this stuff. It will do probably incredible things. So give it time. Give it time. Be patient with our investments. This guy's been moving on up. A little bit of a wick at the top for Lotus Resources. It still looks okay. Uroy breaking out. I drew this yesterday in there. Breaking to the upside. I hope you're locked and loaded and you're holding on. Encore Energy, again, right at resistance support line. We're bouncing off of it. Hopefully that momentum can continue higher. You need me to go higher, breaking through this resistance line, guys. There's your resistance line, smashing through it and closing above it. What do you think we're going to do? Probably, I mean, even if we have a day or two down day, even if we have a day or two down days, I am still bullish on this moving higher so long that we stay above the white line. Everything looks good. URG moving on up. This also has a barrel pattern. And what am I talking about? Let me look real quick, guys. Jesse Livermore barrel pattern. So Jesse is a short-term trader who was one of the best traders. Here's his barrel pattern. This barrel pattern on the right-hand side here, if we can go in here, that is what I am referring to. This barrel pattern right there. This barrel pattern right here, I am seeing that same pattern right here. Next Gen had it. URG has it. A lot of these companies have it. So it's a speculative pattern, and this one has it too. It's a barrel. Here, let me get some of this out of here. Well, that is a legit line, but this is what I'm talking about. We're talking about the barrel. So this is the bottom of it. This is the top of it, and we're barreling up with this big barrel, and then we're going to break this megaphone pattern to the upside. We are moving on up to do that. That's UEC. This is basically a launching pad pattern to move on higher. LEU, yes, breaking out of that resistance line. I have the arrow. It had to follow what I drew on here, right? I have a priori knowledge of what's going on. The bullish engulfing gave it away at the bottom here. I bought some in here on the portfolio. This was the donations portfolio. I like LEU. I think it's going higher. Now, LTBR, smacking it down 30% today. On the channel, I said, buy it down here, guys. I'm a buyer. Why? Because this thing, if you look at it from a movement perspective, it had a massive amount of bounce in here. There's short sellers in this thing. It came slowly leaking back to the bottom. We bought our shares in here and in here. And here we go, moving higher. This thing has broken its long-term resistance lines. And we could see a big move out of this. Massive. So I'm in it. I'm going to win this. I don't really care. I'm not selling my shares, guys. I'm holding on. We could see a big short squeeze. ISO Energy moving on up, going through its support resistance lines, all busting through, looking good. Appy Energy looks fantastic here, guys. Bullish engulfing. It's going to go higher. I totally agree with the arrow. We're breaking this downtrend line. It is going to smoke it. DNN looking good. This is one I bought in the donations portfolio today. I bought it. I don't know where I bought it. I can't remember. It wasn't at the top, but it was somewhere probably in the middle. I didn't really have a good view on it. Looking at this here, if I were to take this and draw it like this, we've got the barrel pattern. Barrel, barrel, barrel. Jesse Livermore barrel pattern. Looking at blue sky uranium, bullish engulfing, going to go higher. I agree with that arrow there. Forum Energy Metals, this looks really good. I would be a buyer down here if you guys want an exploration company. That looks good. Anfield Energy is moving higher. That one's still holding on. Anfield ANLDF. Still has a little bit more to get through this resistance area. If you back out and do the log, it's still got a little bit more to move up before making the big moves. This is Laramide Resources moving on up, still looking good. This one does have a double booty bottom, and then we'll get there, guys. This will move. Western Uranium and Vanadium still moving higher. UEXCF, a little bit of a down day today, guys. Not looking too good for that one, at least not today. Mega moving sideways, but still above its line here. We got a lot of resistance up there. ALXEF, a little bit of a down day today. That's an exploration, small little guy, small little company. And then Azincourt up 1.7%, moving up here. So that's what I've got for today, guys. That looks, it's impressive in some of these companies. A 30% day in Lightbridge. I'm pretty happy about it because I bought it when it was down, and it was purely based off of the bounce that it had. We'll call it like the fractals in it, or the way that the movements were and how big and the swings were. If you're going to buy something, buy it when it's down, which it was, and breaking out, and then you might see a big short squeeze in it. We'll see what happens. I think the sector looks really good. We've got lots of bullish engulfings. We've got patterns that are lining up for potentially very large moves. If you look at the Jesse Livermore barrel pattern, if you want to type that in Google, you can look at images and see that there. But everything looks, I would say, really good. And I know what I would be doing. I'd be holding on. That's what I would be doing. You make money by holding your shares. You got to hold on, ride it on higher. That's how you make the money. If you guys like the analysis, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.